Hello, my name is Victor Chapa, and today I wanted to tell you about one of my favorite types of stories. Stories to solve. In these stories, a problem or a mystery must be solved by the story's characters. And as a listener, you have to figure out how they did it. So listen closely and see if you can solve the riddle of Yasohachi the farmer in this old Japanese folktale titled Working the Field, as told by Steve Shannon. Yasohachi was a farmer on a rich man's land. One day, the landlord came to all the farmers in the field and asked them to smooth out their land. Yasohachi's field was full of clumps and stones, and rather than working that day, he went home to rest. Day after day, the landlord threatened Yasohachi to smooth out his field, and day after day, Yasohachi would go home to rest. One day, the landlord overheard the villagers talking about a newly posted sign. The sign read, "Come to my field on Sunday afternoon and watch me climb to heaven on a bamboo pole." Signed, Yasohachi. The landlord was furious. He went straight to Yasohachi and said, "You cannot climb to heaven on a bamboo pole. Now get busy and get back to work." Yasohachi said, "I will. But I have other things to do," and he went home to rest. On Sunday afternoon, people from all the surrounding villages came to Yasohachi's field. They wanted to see if he was silly enough to try it. And if it could be done, they certainly wanted to be there to say they'd seen it. Yasohachi came out of his home with a bamboo pole. He stuck it in the ground and climbed all the way to the top. He fell, and then he crashed. Some people gasped. Most laughed. A few of them stomped their feet in delight, and nearly all of them cheered him on to do it again. So Yasohachi found another spot, stuck his pole in the ground, climbed all the way to the top, and once again fell and crashed. For hours, the villagers followed Yasohachi throughout his field, watching him stick the pole in the ground, climb to the top, and fall over and over again. By nightfall, most people had become unconvinced that he could ever do it. That night, only Yasohachi and the landlord were left in the field. The landlord finally said, "Yasohachi, straighten and smooth out this field, or you will never work for me anymore." Yasohachi dusted off his clothes and said, "My work is done. You see, take a look for yourself." To the landlord's amazement, he had seen that the field was now smooth and free of any clods. How did Yasohachi smooth out his field without ever doing any work? I'll leave you to solve that riddle using your smarts and savvy, and be sure to share this riddle with everyone you know, with a bit of advice. Work smarter, not harder. Thanks for listening.